I'm going to get my phone going so I can see everybody's comments as they come in. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Nancy. There's Connie and Sue. Good afternoon to you guys. You guys are going to just think I'm just always a bundle of nerves, and I'm not. I'm like, wreath making here shortly is going to get me all calmed down, though, but it's just so frustrating. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you? And there's Lucindy. You guys ever have that kind of problems with your internet, all your technology? Hey, Dina. All right, let me get YouTube up and going, and I think I got the YouTube all totally confused because I think I scheduled it 2 times there, but let me see if I can get it. Yeah, I did, but let me see if I can find where we are live. There we are. Hello, YouTubers. How are you? I really appreciate everybody being here, and it's Friday, right? But who's working the weekend? Yeah, me. I am. But I don't know. Work on the weekend for me now is a lot different than work on the weekend used to be. It's fun now. Well, not to say it wasn't fun before, but you know what I mean. Hey, Dahlia. Okay. Hey, Janet. How are you? Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. The inspiration for this design, I kind of struggled today. I was going to make something else and I couldn't put it together, and then I just walking aimlessly here around my workshop trying to figure out what I was going to do. But I came across the inspiration for this wreath today, and I got this bush or spray in the other day, and I thought, let's just make a wreath out of it. Okay, not just this one, but anyway, and so I just think it's got all kind of really nice elements. Has the the eucalyptus, it has some ferns, and I'm not really sure what this little guy here is, and then some berries, a little pom-pom, and then these little, they're not really daisies, I don't know, the little white flowers. And then it even has just a little accent here, which that kind of started me down this lime green. I'm loving this year. I'm loving the lime green with the hot pink. I love that combo, but I just couldn't get it together. So anyway, so that's what the inspiration was. I'm always telling you, find one thing to base your design off of and then build it out from there. Okay, select all your elements around that one element. Okay. But I was thinking when I saw this, I was thinking more of an everyday monochromatic kind of thing. And I went through my stash and I found these peonies that I think we're going to use. I had some magnolias that I really started looking at, but the scale just wasn't right. These are a little bit on the large side. So I did get an 18-inch grapevine wreath that we're going to be working with today. And then I've had this ivy here for a couple of weeks. I haven't ever used it. I thought it'll really pull out this, this lime green that's here. It really pairs really well with that. And then if you look at the peonies down in, let's see, where did I see it? Toward the edge, it kind of has some lime green toward the edges of the flower head. Okay, and then the leaves are pretty complementary as well. And then was my next stumbling block. Well, no, I've also got some other goodies I should show you. I knew I needed a little bit more greenery, so I did grab this ficus leaf. A lot of people don't like ficus. I kind of plus minus on it. I normally don't like the variegated type, but on this particular design, I think it's going to work pretty well, with all the creams that we've got. And then I also found this little guy that we may or may not throw in there. I don't know, we have quite a bit going on, so I probably won't, but I thought that lime green, that's a little cone flower. I've been dying to use these guys, and I just haven't ever had the occasion, but the lime green will really, with the cream, will really play well with the peonies and the bush. And then I also have some grass because we're going to need a little bit more greenery. So how is everybody? Hey, Melinda. Hey, Christine, how are you? You're hoping for snow. What are you thinking, Christine? We don't like snow here. Oh my gosh, you're trying to stay warm in South Louisiana? Goodness sakes. That's scary. I'd hate to be on a vacation right now and go someplace south thinking I'm going to have warm weather and then it turns out cold. Hey, there's Ethel May. And there's Wendy. Thank you guys for being here, and PJ. All right. And there's Janet over on YouTube. Okay, so first, I started to show you too. I was kind of torn on ribbons. I started out thinking that I was wanting something, again, pretty neutral. So I was thinking burlap, or maybe burlap with a gingham edge or something like that. And then I ran across this. The only thing is, I mean, I love this. This is a D. Stevens ribbon, 4-inch, really, really nice and very springy looking. And it goes really well with all the greenery we have. But I don't have a 2.5 that I really like with it. I've got this polka dot that I guess would work. And then I've got a 1.5 inch that, you know, they call this fresh green, but it looks like a lime green almost to me. But I typically don't put just a 4-inch and then a 1.5 inch. But I usually stair step it, kind of like a 4-inch, then 2.5, and then a 1.5 inch ribbon. But I don't know, we may or may not do that. And then another one option, I was doing pretty good, you know, had a decision made, and then I ran across this. The only thing is I don't know how much of it I have. But I thought that could pretty well stand alone, I think, because it really reads like two different ribbons if you think about it, but it has both the, you know, the lime green, it has some cream, and then it has kind of a neutral. So we'll think about it. You guys tell me what you think. Okay. Hey, Pauletta and Donna. There's Connie. Thank you guys for being here. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And I'm thinking, I don't want to put a whole lot of the peonies in. Like I said, they're quite large. They're about like a 5.5 inch head, maybe even closer to 6. So I'm not going to put a whole lot. I was thinking about maybe even just doing something like this and then put 2 of them on the bottom and then surround it with this bush. That's what I'm leaning toward. Okay. All right. So what do you guys think about the ribbon? What's your favorite? What do you think, Janet, over on YouTube? You could do something like this. Let's do this again here. I do think that'd be pretty. You could probably even just use it by itself. I'm thinking this. Like I said, I don't normally just go like that. I don't usually. Oh, Vicki likes the polka dot. I know. I do, but it wasn't quite the mood I was looking for. I tell you what, I'm going to start out just with this, and then we'll add things as we decide. Look at that. They didn't glue it together at the manufacturer, they just put it together. But I think there's quite a bit of ribbon here, so I think I can go ahead and at least start my bow. I'm thinking about right there. But I'm going to go ahead and at least start my bow. We can always add to if we need to. I'm just going to make a handmade here. So how is everybody? I know Christine's thinking snow. We're cold here, like really cold. Like you don't even want to stand out with your coat on. The dog, our dog is, he's a great dog. He's a German Shepherd, and like if he's going to get sick, he'll go and try to get outside, which is very helpful. And of course today he ate something he shouldn't have. I knew whenever he was taking a long time, I knew he was getting into something this morning. And sure enough, he started wanting to throw up a while ago. And of course he goes out there and it's just forever. But I'm freezing to death. Didn't have time to put my coat on. All right, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. We're just going to pretend like that is not there, that little interruption there, and we'll for sure be tying this with a zip tie, okay? Because I don't want somebody to grab a hold of that and then it slip out. But you're going to run across that. It's just part of the manufacturing. Actually, I want two over this way. All right, I'm going to play with this here a minute. Now I'm starting to think I like the polka dot. Because I want a little bit more of a bow than that, just those two. Now I'm going to put it this way. I want those two loops going out to the outside there like that. I feel like I've got one of my loops a little bigger than the other. You guys ever have those days where you just feel like you're all over the place? That's what I feel like right now. All right, I'm just going to lay that over the top there. Twist it, bring it back, pinch it, twist it, bring it back, okay? And then I want 2 loops of this on one side, the opposite side of where the check's going to be. Okay. Thought I brought it over. I had a gingham also, but I guess I didn't bring it with me. That's all right. Because I was even thinking if I use the polka dot that I probably want a little black there in the center, but we don't have to. And I'm not cutting this check until we get this up on the wreath. I don't mind so much if I waste a little bit of this polka dot, but I don't want to waste that one. That's the last roll I have, and it's expensive ribbon. So, I don't know. I changed my mind. I think I want the 2 loops on the inside of the check. So, all right. So let me get a zip tie. I don't feel like I'm normally this scattered, you guys, but I feel in my brain that I'm scattered since I couldn't get online whenever I'm supposed to be going live. Go outside the comfort zone. Yeah, I feel like I do quite a bit, Janet, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, I like that. And as I said, if I decide I need something, you know, like a little touch of black in here in the center, I can always add that later. All right, I'm going to get a pipe cleaner. Does anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? I'm going to draw this down extra tight. Like I said, it's because we have that one edge that is not attached. I don't want it to slip out. Okay, we'll go ahead and clip this off. Yeah, I think we're going to just kind of hang around this weekend. Probably hang around the house again. I think we're still recovering from the wedding. All right, I'm going to go ahead and attach this now. Sometimes I'll do the greens first. Sometimes I'll do the bow first, and this time I'm going to go ahead and do the bow. I don't think it really matters. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit more. But my thinking is I want some tails hanging down. See, one thing I need to do is think of something else for dinner tonight. We've been eating on, yeah, I told you the other day I was fixing vegetable soup, whatever day it was that it turned cold. And that's what we've been having every day since then. I'm about vegetable soup out. And I love veggie soup, don't get me wrong, but I'm ready for something else. Okay. Get everything the way you want it. And I've got this extra tail. That's from where that ribbon was cut. So I'm going to leave that there for the time being. We might even have a tail coming up over the back, but we'll wait. Okay, go ahead and decide to cut it now. Okay. All right, and I'm just going to leave it like that for right now. And then we'll come back whenever it gets closer to being done, and then we'll trim it up. Okay? Okay. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is start putting a little bit of greenery on it. And I'm going to start with these ficus leaves. And like I said, I know some people hate ficus leaves, some people don't mind. I'm kind of plus minus on it. I think they do provide a lot of volume in the back. I don't like them up toward the front of the wreath, but I usually do use them as a backdrop. And as I said, I thought with the cream color on the edge, it really played well with the rest of what we're using. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and trim a couple of these stems up and give it a little bit of fluff. You know, you don't want it just straight up and down like what it came out of the package. You want to give it a little bit of body. I'm just going to start at the bow, and then we'll work outward on both sides. Okay. Make sure they're all pointing in the right direction. Don't want to see the back of the leaves. Oh, thank you, Janet. Thank you. They do make a great filler. That's exactly right, Beth. And that's why I'm using them today. Well, two reasons. Like I said, I needed more greenery, and then also because of the cream. I don't know why these leaves are all wanting to turn to the back for some reason. Well, some of them kind of dropping in toward the center, and as I said, we'll be covering a lot of these too. I don't want to go too far up, because I plan on just putting one of the peonies up here. I think. I didn't put a wreath hanger on there yet, so we're not really committed. You know, some of these go backwards and some of them, it's all twisted for some reason. So what's everybody else working on? Too cold to venture out? Yes, I agree. Absolutely. All right, there we go. All right, I think that's enough on the top for right now. Now let's go ahead and work on the bottom a little bit. I've still been working on Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras has been popular this year. It always is, it seems like, but I can't get caught up on that. I need to make some St. Patrick's and some more spring, but I just hadn't had time. All right, again, I'm going to give it all kind of a bend. Let's go here behind the bow. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. How are you? Hey, Verlene. I see you over on Facebook today. I think I usually see you on YouTube, don't I? Or am I thinking wrong? Okay. This isn't going to take a whole lot. And again, just like we were talking earlier, I think Beth mentioned it. I mean, these just really take a lot of space, a lot of fill, and so a little bit of it goes a long way. All right, I think I'm going to cut this one in two because I want just a little bit more down here, but not a whole lot, but I want just a little bit up in here also. I may even have to put a pick on this one. Let's see. Just gotta see how tight it is. Oh no, I think we're fine. I've been fortunate. I ordered some grapevines from Carolina Pottery. It's the first time I'd ordered from them. I've been very happy with them so far. You know, right now it's hard to find good grapevines. All right, one more. Like I said, I want to bring that one kind of right in here in the center. Okay. All right. Do I want to, I'm trying to decide, do I want to go ahead and trim that off? Because the thing is, if I'm going to, I probably would not, well, no, I started to say I probably wouldn't dovetail this. I would have to fold it over, and that, to me, that looks kind of bulky. But this is all fused, so I can dovetail it. So I'm going to go ahead and dovetail it and kind of get it out of the way. We can still trim it off completely if we need to. It's just kind of bugging me there. It's kind of like having hair in your face, and you know, you just can't get comfortable with it. Okay. The iPads are still, well, Vince, I was told that iPad people did an upgrade. I think it was the first part of this week. And it's really been messing with people. And you know what? Now that I say that out loud, I'm going live with my iPad for my Mevo, and I wonder if that's not what's giving me fits trying to get online the last few days. I'll bet you anything it is. All right, I've got this nice bush, and I could use it just as is. I could just plant it just right in there and keep it like that, but I'm thinking I want to kind of spread it out just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and tear it into pieces. There's 3 pieces to it. So we've got 3 pieces now. So I'm going to do that. Let me see what I want to put first. I'm going to put this guy first. And everything I have already fluffed this out. But I am going to, well, now my paper's disintegrating. I'm going to try and keep it together. But the paper, sometimes the paper dries out and then it just kind of falls apart, and that's what happened. But yeah, the iPad did an upgrade. I want to say it was the first part of this week, and everybody was having fits with it. Yeah, I'm going to have to put a pick on this, you guys. It all just kind of fell apart here. And while I'm here, I want to thank everybody. I posted that about doing my spring centerpiece workshop. We're going to be doing that starting next Friday, a week from today. And I tell you, the response has been great. I really, really appreciate it. And we're going to be making all kinds of arrangements. It's going to be 3 pretty intense days. I did put a link in the comments there in case anybody would be interested in it. But we're going to start from the basics and just go forward. I'm excited. I love centerpieces and working with floral arrangements and such. But I think this is the time of the year that if you're interested, we need to get doing it, because you know, you've got Valentine's Day, we got Mother's Day, we've got Easter, all those springy holidays coming up. And, you know, whatever I show you, we're going to be able to take it forward to all year long, any holiday occasion. But if you have any questions about it, just let me know. I'll be happy to answer. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to use this bush and the rest of this bush to fill in here. Now, I hear a lot that people are afraid to do floral arrangements, and my goal is going to be to squelch that. I think they're fun. And I'm always telling everybody in my group that anything we do, we can undo it and fix it. Pretty much. I mean, there's a few things, I guess, that we can't, but pretty much everything we do in wreath making and design, we can undo. Start over. I have that all the time. I've got my, what I call my wreath graveyard, and I'm consistently bringing things out and fixing them. All right, I'm going to grab one of these peonies. And I got ahead of myself here. I need to make sure that I've got room for them. Taking a little bit of the greenery off. Yeah, I think that would be really pretty right there. I got talking and wasn't paying attention what I was doing. I thought, I hope I left enough room for it. So, where did this bush come from? This came from, where was it from? This is a Select Artificials. And I wish I'd ordered more. I hope I can. I have a tendency not to order enough of everything. I'm trying to get over that fear, you know, that you're going to get stuff and then you're not going to like it and it's going to be wasted money. But okay, I want one more here. Yes, I love that. And it carries over that green really nicely. Yeah, I like it because it just has so many textures. And Phyllis, I think you saw that. I can't remember what those flowers were. I had a cream colored when I got my select order in. I had a cream colored spray. Don't even remember what the flowers were in it, but anyway, I bought this spray to go, or this bush to go with those. Okay, I'm trying to get the ficus back there in the back a little bit more. I think that looks nice. Okay, all right, do I want any of the greenery? I don't think so. I can always add this later. Let me see how long I need that. And this is just a little bit smashed, and so just go in there and just kind of open it up. Sometimes you got to hold it a little bit. You can also steam them. Some of them you can use even a flat iron on them. I wouldn't use one on this, but okay. Get this guy in there. Usually I'm working both sides. I don't know why, I'm just focusing on the top today. Top, and then I'll do the bottom. Okay. Now, of course, I'll need to bring some more of this greenery back here, but I think that looks good right there. Okay. Hey, Nicola. Janice wanted to know, is the workshop available on YouTube? It is, you know, I hadn't even thought about that, Janet, but I'm going to be, there's a Facebook group that we're going to be having, and then all the information, even if you're not on Facebook, I'll be sending all the links for all the videos, the handouts, all that kind of thing. The only thing you'll miss out is like the community. But I'll look into getting it on YouTube. I don't know why I couldn't put it on YouTube just like we're doing now. I'll have to figure it out, but that'll be my project this weekend. But even like I said, even if you're not on Facebook, you'll still get all the information and the videos. All right, I'm just going to look at this and decide where I want to put these. Cut one more. Almost wish I had a small one I could put up there. I might just put one down on the bottom. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and do the greenery first, and then, or the bush, and then I'll decide one or two. Hey, Julie and Crystal. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Janet. Appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, because I know there's some people that don't want to be here on this platform. But I mean, there's all kinds of alternatives and such, so I'll look into that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a pick on this. First I need to trim the edges evenly. And fluff it out. Okay, now get my other, I'm going to just kind of check on our positioning here. I don't know, I'm kind of liking just one down there. What do you guys think? I like it like that. All right, so I'm going to bring some of this down here. Trying to get those ribbons out of the way for right now. What do you guys think? 1 or 2? Beth saying yes. Yeah, I like that like that. All right, trim this off. I'm not going to use any of the greenery, although this bush does have good greenery. Looks like it was from, well, I don't know where it was from. I thought it was Hobby Lobby, but it's not. But Hobby Lobby does have really nice florals. Sometimes you got to look in the more expensive side. And I don't know, I've not been there for quite some time to know if they've got their spring florals out yet or not. Does anybody know? You know, I got hung up on something. I need more glue. Just playing around with this ribbon here. I want this green to show. I may have to transplant it. I may have to take it off of there and put it someplace else, but I want for sure this little green button down here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I've got this little, looks almost like a carnation. I might have to move that. Wish I'd have put my wreath hanger on. So, you guys have any opinions on that? 1 or 2? I'm thinking 1 myself. All right, I'm gonna bring that right there, and then we'll bring this other one right along the bottom. But I said I wanted this to be visible a little bit more, not just smashed up against the bow. And I want to make sure that this one's visible over in here. I think I lost my comments. Oh, thank you, Nancy, for the stars. I appreciate that. But not all the higher end, Nancy. Not seeing any good sprays, Phyllis. Okay. That gives me an idea. I've been trying to be good and staying out of these shops. So, like I said, I'm expecting some orders in. Right there. I did get notification I've got some ribbon on the way, though. Some more ribbon. I got some Easter ribbon in the other day, but I haven't got it listed yet. And then I got notification today that my Craig Bachman order's on its way, but I don't know what's in it. I know that's ribbon, but I don't know what kind. I haven't been able to find the oh, what do they call that? You know, where they tell you what all the stuff is. Packing list. I couldn't find the packing list. That's okay. All right, and then we'll fill in right here with the rest of that. Fluffing it out. Oh, you're welcome, Ethel May. Hey, Pauletta. Yeah, you just got to remind me, Ethel May. I forget. I'm just fluffing out these little white flowers here. It's very important to take the time to do that. That's maybe one of the more important things to do is make sure you got everything fluffed. Even these little berries need all kind of unpacked there. Looking right there. Make sure I get all these other florals out of the way so that I don't cover them up. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Love it. All right, I'm going to turn this toward me so I can see what we got. Don't like my ribbon. I mean, I like the bow, I like the colors and stuff. I don't like the placement of it. Let's see if I can get it. Trying to weave it through. Make sure you guys can see. Let me bring it up a little bit. Okay. That's the problem whenever you do use the 4-inch ribbon, is trying to make your tails kind of drape down and still let your florals be seen. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trim this. We're going to do something else here. Close your eyes. I'm going to cut this. Cut this right here. We're going to do something else with it. It's going to dovetail this right here. Okay. That's going to be over here. I am going to go ahead and trim this guy out. I just having to keep on uncovering him, so we're going to have to put a pick on him. I do want to definitely use it though. That's going to give us a little bit more leeway what we can do with our bow. All right, now as far as this other, I didn't leave myself enough here to do much with it. But let me get this. We're going to run this up here behind it because I don't want to cover up all my beautiful greens and florals. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a, I'll have to see if a pipe cleaner will, or a pick will work. I think it's probably too thick. Probably have to use a pipe cleaner. In fact, I'm positive I do. Get a pipe cleaner. That's the wrong color. And I'm just taking that and just pinching that together there. Got a big long glue string on me. Okay, now I'm going to go up here, up behind. Let me turn it toward me a second. Right through there. I want to put it up high enough where it looks like it's still coming, you know, right there from the original bow, but yet it's not going to cover all our florals. There we go. I'm just wrapping this pipe cleaner around the grapevine. Dovetail these. And I'm going to unfold this. A lot of times this double-sided ribbon, you could fold it over or you could dovetail it if it's fused. And this one happens to be fused. It's whatever your preference is. Alright, I think problem solved. Okay, I'm going to turn it toward me again here and see what we've got. Yeah, like that. Of course, we need to now, where that ribbon was, we need to fill in with some more greenery. That is not a problem. I'm going to go ahead and put this little guy in before I forget. I'm going to have to put a pick on it, obviously, because the stem's so short. I just wrap that little wire around it, and then we'll take our floral tape and finish it up. Since it is on the short end of the stem, I don't have a whole length running down here. I am going to go ahead and put just a little dab of glue over it, just for a little extra protection. Get my tape. Hope you guys can see that. Hey, Kelly. I usually run it up a couple of times. Okay. All right, where do I want this? I'm thinking right down there where it's going to be sure to be seen. All right, I feel better about that area now. It was bugging me. Okay, now, as I said, I still need a little bit more greenery. Make sure all this is fluffed out here. Give it a tug. I wasn't sure I got this in there really well, but it seems like it is okay. And we need a little greenery here. I do have that ivy still that I was really wanting to use. I could also, you know, we still have the leaves from the peonies. I could stick that in there. Let me look and see what this ivy is going to do. Hey, Nancy on YouTube. I'm not sure which Nancy. I don't see a last name. We got lots of Nancys and Janet's, Connie's. All right, I'm going to just try this on for size. Like I said, I've got this bush. It has some long stems, has some long vines, and then it has these shorter. I'm going to put a little shorter one right up in here, if it'll work. And it might be too full, I don't know. But we're going to try it out. That'd be perfect. All right. But then it also commits me to using it the rest, you know, kind of all over too. Down just a bit. Okay. All right, now I want some of the ivy down here draping down behind, so we'll get one of those longer pieces. We don't need it quite this long. It's really long. See, I could probably cut it in two, and I think that'd be fine. And give a little bit of a bend, just like we do our other greens. Like that. All right, I am going to tear this one up here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off so that I can get my stem up in the grapevine. All your aunt's names. Oh, thank you, Beth. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you so much. I'll put that down here. I really appreciate you guys being here. I know there's lots of people going live these days. You always can pick somebody else, but I really appreciate you being here. Okay. I might come back through here and clip off some of this ficus. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I think the ivy is a little bit more pretty. I am going to save them just in case we need to stick it someplace else here. I still want it, but I don't want quite so much. There, I like that better. It was kind of distracting from how pretty the ivy is, I thought. Okay, so I'm going to bring some of that ivy up here in the front. And this is a really long one. Heavens. All right, so let's go ahead and cut it in half too. Actually, that's probably a little bit too long yet. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Stick that right up in there. Zoom in here. You know what I was thinking? This would also, you could also use this for St. Patrick's Day. Put you a little clover leaf over here or something like that. And it doesn't have to scream St. Patrick's Day. All right, I need some right down in this area. Right in between here. Okay, and then that little bitty piece that I had, what did I do with it? I'm thinking I want to bring some just right in here. I do too, Verlene. I love this ivy. And as I said, I've been really a fan of the hot pink with this year. I've seen some people use it. I don't have anything really that would look right with it just yet in those tones, but I'm going to try it. Okay, I'm going to step right in front of you guys. I think it really pairs well with the ribbons too. get that where it's going to bend the right way. There we go. All right, I think that's, well, I started to say I think that's enough. We could always put some down here, but I'm going to wait on that. I don't want it to look like a jungle. Okay, now let's work on the top here a little bit. Right up here behind this bow. Okay. Let's see. A little bit. Let's see what I got here. Okay, I'm going to get another one of those short pieces. I like that this is really a nice bush. Like I said, it has the short pieces and it has the long pieces. So you're not wasting. I'm thinking I want to bring that right in here. Oh, I like that. Shoot, I just stuck that right in that, right in those greens. Right, and then just a little bit up here. Got to look in the camera here to see what it looks like. Here's kind of a medium piece. That's probably too long though. I'm going to trim it in half. I don't want a whole lot up here. I just want a little bit of something. And then we'll bring, well, do I want to bring it up? I'm going to stand in front of you a second. I like that. I like it extending out a little bit more. And then maybe I'll use the rest of that piece I just used. So we need something. Be right in there. Or maybe both. Like that right there. Okay, now I'm going to come in here and kind of focus around the bow. Got all kinds of these little leaves, but I think I'm going to need something a little bit longer. Pauletta, it's only letting me show you, or it's only letting me see part of your comment or your question. I can't see the rest of it. It says, where did you get blank? That's all I see. I'm sorry. You could ask the rest of the question, because I know where did you get what, but I don't know what you're asking about. Looking in the camera here. Oh, that's going to be a little bit too much. Bring down a little bit more. There, that's better. Oh, Phyllis, you've been working on mesh. Good for you. Well, you've been doing a good job. I saw you. Your Valentine's did a great job on that. I know. If I had to pick, I would always go to florals, but I get bored, so I go back and forth. Plus, I sell a lot of the mesh wreaths too, so I do both. Looking in the camera. Oh, the ivy. Oh, that is also from Select Artificials. And a little piece up here. Just looking to see what all I have here. Yeah, this ivy is really nice. It's the Real Touch, so it's a little bit more expensive, but it's very nice. Yeah, we didn't skimp on this wreath. It's got the D. Stevens ribbon. It's got the Real Touch ivy. I'm not sure where I got the peonies. Okay, I'm going to turn it toward me here a second. Look here. Trying to avoid opening another bush of the that very first greenery bush that we had. Trying to avoid getting into that. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put something there. Let me look here. Just putting on the finishing touches now. Something. I know I probably got my head right where you guys are looking. But and I always tell people too, I'm sure there's holes where, you know, whenever we're trying to do a live and I'm trying to stay out of your way, it's hard to see a lot of the holes sometimes, but I always come down here with a fresh eye later, and that's usually when I see them. I don't know, I think I'm pretty done. I want this to come over this way a little bit more so that some of that black will show through right there. thinking about some ivy right there, or I don't know. I don't know what I want there. I could take this ficus that I trimmed off earlier. I think that's what we're going to put right there. There's kind of a void there. I've got to put a pick on it though, because I trimmed it really short. Uh-oh, dog was going to start barking. Probably somebody's walking their dog outside. Okay. All right, I think we're done. For now, anyway. Something on the behind the bow on the left side. Let's see. I'm trying to think because it's the opposite of what you guys see. So this would be maybe right where I just put something. Is that where you're talking about, Berlin? Let me trim off. I got a little string here. Might be right where I put that. Ficus. I can't think of that word today for some reason. So anyway, I am going to stop there. As I said, it's we'll be looking at it with a fresh eye later. I'm just looking in the camera here, see if I see any place else. But thank you guys for the hearts. Hey Zuli, I didn't see you out there. Yeah, come back a couple of times. Yes, yeah. I mean, a fresh eye never hurts. And as I said, whenever we're doing lives, we're trying to stay out of the way. I look in the camera every now and then, but I can't see very well to see. I feel like I might need a little bit of ivy right down in here, actually, when I look in the camera. But I'm going to wait on it, though. I'm not going to just keep on adding, but I do feel like I need a little piece of ivy right here. So, hey, Andrea. Oh, thank you guys for the hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, okay, that's what you're talking about, Berlin? Yeah. Well, like I said, I'll come back and put that piece of ivy in there later. I think I've bored you guys long enough. But anyway, as I said, if you have any questions about the workshop we're going to be having, we're going to be starting Friday, this next Friday. It's going to be 3 days, like all day, off and on. It's not going to be constant all day, but several times a day. And we're going to cover, starting with the basics of making arrangements, floral arrangements with artificial flowers, and then we'll be making lots of different types of arrangements. And it's going to be fun. We're going to have live Q&As, and if you cannot be there, don't worry about it, because then you'll get the recordings, and I'll be available by email. And so I can't think of any other questions you might have, but just send me an email if you have any questions about the course. I did put a link here in the comments if you're interested in joining us, and we're going to have prizes and that kind of thing too, so it's going to be fun. And then there might or might not be a bonus at the end too. So, okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for all your kind words. And I thank you. Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you guys for the kind words. I really appreciate all your support every time I'm here. And I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow, but at Sunday at least I'll be going live. And maybe tomorrow, just depending on what's going on with family. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much. And